Welcome to Elevated Sports. I'm Kyle Johnson.
I'm Billy Mock.
Today, we're going to be playing one of our favorite games,
Take the Shot.
If you're new to the channel, Take the Shot. I'm going to be giving a phrase to Mr. Billy over here. Billy's either going to A, take the shot, meaning he agrees with the statement, or B, he's going to pass, meaning he doesn't agree with the statement.
Or, and I reiterate this every week we play this game, I can dribble it around. And Kyle and our producer Connor does not like it when I dribble around because that means more time to answer the question. Basically, dribbling is like, I've got the ball, I'm thinking about the answer.
Here, if you
Thinking about it.
Here, we'll implement this. We'll implement it this time. If you say dribble, I'm going to start a timer, giving you 24 seconds to make your decision.
Shot clock. Okay.
You're going to get the shot clock, all right? All right, let's jump right into this. As soon as I find my clock.
I'm ready.
All right,
I took some warm-ups before I got here.
There's no
so I
clock
can
on
shoot.
here, so I'm just going to count it, all right?
Okay.
First statement. Zion Williamson
Oh, no.
has enough time left in the season to become the Rookie of the Year.
Take the shot.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I think he's going to win it.
Okay.
I think he does have the time to make the case, and I think he already is making the case. I don't think he wins it, though.
Why not? Why don't you think?
Because I think
do you
they're...
Who? Well, okay, let's get into this. Who do you think is going to win?
Okay, recently we did talk about this. I said Tyler Hero, and then I kind of flip-flopped between him and Kendrick Nunn, but I am sold on John Morant.
Which is interesting because that was neither of the names you had previously just mentioned.
When?
Moments ago. Literally seconds ago. Let's flash back to that.
I said Tyler Hero, and then I kind of flip-flopped between him and Kendrick Nunn. No, yeah. I said I was flip-flopping between Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn from Miami. And then I was like, wait, why am I focused on those when there is a guy named John Morant?
Yeah, exactly.
So I was shunning John Morant for a long time, and I realized I shouldn't be. So now I think John Morant's going to win it.
Okay. All right. So okay, now that we understand who you think is going to win, why will Zion not win? He has enough time.
I think the voters are going to lean towards John Morant, considering, I mean, there's a few factors that come into winning the Rookie of the Year. Putting up numbers, and as much as people may not like to hear this, it's how much attention you get. And then also, I think your impact on your team.
Okay.
Which I think John Morant has all of those things. He's on a Memphis team that is currently sitting at the 8th seed in the playoffs, and I think they could possibly make it. He has all of the cameras on him. He makes highlight plays, so he's already got the attention of a lot of people, and he puts up the numbers he needs to. And so I think a combination of those three things, I think the voters are going to lean towards him, considering he's been doing it all season, whereas Zion has been out for the first 3 months of the season. Even though Zion's been great, honestly, I think Zion probably comes in second in the voting.
So this isn't on here, but my next question would be: does Zion not have all three of those? He's been putting up the numbers.
He does.
He's made a big positive impact for his team, and even when he's been injured, he's still had the cameras on him.
He does, but the only reason I don't think he gets it is because of the injury. I think you are cheating John Morant. I think you are stealing what he deserves if you give it to Zion. Because he's been doing what Zion's been doing, not necessarily at the high volume Zion's been doing it at, but he's been doing all of those three things for the whole season.
No, I would agree. John Morant has been doing it all season. I think John Morant deserves it, but I don't think it's too far-fetched to think Zion would get it. Ben Simmons won it in his second season. Ben Simmons wasn't even a rookie. He won Rookie of the Year.
True. Yeah, I thought it should have been Donovan Mitchell that year.
So, I mean, I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that Zion could pull it out. Do I think he deserves it? Maybe if he had played all season. But, no, I don't think he does.
So I'm taking the shot. He has time, but I'm passing when it comes to does he win it or not.
Okay. All right. Next question. The Rockets are a better team after trading away Clint Capella.
No, pass that. If you watched a recent segment, midseason power rankings, you heard me talk a little bit about the Rockets. I think 2017 Rockets, the year that Harden almost won MVP, and I can't remember if they were in the conference finals that year or not. I know they were in the 2018, but even that year as well with Capella, I think that's your best Houston offense is putting Capella and Harden in the pick and roll, because it does two things. It actually does three things. It opens up a lane for Harden. It also opens up an opportunity to give Capella the ball at the rim, and also it opens up open shooters on the 3-point line, because you're drawing defenders off your 3-point shooters, and then both those years you had Eric Gordon, you had PJ Tucker firing off, making a whole bunch of threes. So this whole small ball lineup, shooter lineup, it's worked a little bit, but it's not gonna work in the long term. It's just not. I don't think they should have let go of Capella like that. So I'm passing on that.
For your information, I totally zoned out what you were saying while I was trying to figure out this information for you, but the listeners heard you, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
The Spurs.
That's right. 2017 was the Spurs. The Spurs beat the Rockets
And
in
then
6.
I believe that is the year of the Zaza Pacheep shot.
That was Pacheep shot. Yep.
While I do not condone what he did, the nickname given by A. Skip Bayless was amazing, and I still love the nickname for Zaza.
And that was the year that Harden had the Game 6 meltdown against the Spurs. And that game right there is why I will never pick the Houston Rockets to win an NBA championship as long as they are led by James Harden.
James Harden.
He ended up with points. 10 points in Game 6. Kawhi didn't play in that game, Game 6. And San Antonio beat Houston by 40, I think, in Houston.
39.
That game right there is why I will never be sold on this Rockets team as long as it's led by James Harden.
Yeah. No. Okay. You bring up great points. I agree with you. I don't think they're better without Clint Capella.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Offensively, maybe a little bit. Defensively, not at all.
Yeah.
It was a big loss.
You can't put all that on PJ Tucker and Robert Covington when those guys are supposed to be guys that are guarding the best perimeter players.
Right.
They can't be guys that are guarding you to 5.
No.
They just can't.
That's not going to work well. All right, we're moving on to the next statement. Kawhi Leonard is the best all-around player in the league.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm dribbling.
1,
Turn on the shot clock.
2,
Shot clock.
3.
Man, that's tough. That is tough because you have Giannis and you have LeBron. And you ask yourself, which of those 3 are the best all-around player in the league? Oh my gosh, this is tough.
17.
This is tough.
18. 19.
I'm taking the shot. I'm shooting.
You're taking the
I'm
shot?
shooting.
All right. With 4 seconds left on the shot clock, you finally take a shot.
Here's why. Compare them to the other 2, Giannis and LeBron.
Okay.
LeBron, he's aging. Giannis isn't a great shooter. Kawhi's in the middle of his prime. Also a great shooter. Also defends at the level that Giannis defends at. And also, I kind of have to stick with my guy, considering I'm picking the Clippers to win the NBA Finals. If Kawhi is not the best player in that, because I got the Clippers and the Bucks in the Finals. If Kawhi does not step up and prove himself to be the best all-around player in the league, they don't win that Finals. And I think they do. So I think that he does that. So I do believe Kawhi Leonard's the best all-around player in the league.
So you believe that Kawhi is the best player just to fit your narrative?
Well, here's the thing. Yes, Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna defend myself.
So,
Yes,
so
I'm saying
so
that.
if you did not have the Clippers winning the finals, you would not say Kawhi is your best player.
I would maybe
Let's
say
let's
that. Just
venture into a world where you don't have the Clippers winning. Who is your best all around player in the league?
Probably honest. But here's the thing: when I think about it, when I really think about this Clippers team, they are great defensively. They do have some good offensive weapons, but they are not in the position they're in now if Kawhi Leonard is not the best all-around player, and they are not going to get there as an NBA champion if Kawhi is not the best player. So when I really think about it, when I think about why do I think the Clippers are going to win it all, it's not necessarily all because of their defensive, abilities.
Right, they're gonna have to show up and play offense.
It's mainly because of Kawhi's ability to play on both sides of the ball. You're also talking about a two-time champion in the middle of his prime.
All right, I love Giannis. I personally, I think Giannis is the best player, but I can't argue with you make a
It's
good argument.
close. It's very close. Giannis still needs to get better
At
at shooting.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. He's getting there, but he's not there. All right, next question. The Lakers will pay the price for not trading at the deadline and will lose in the second round of the playoffs.
Pass.
Pass.
They're going to pay the price for not making a trade, but they're going to pay the price in the finals.
In the finals?
No, not in the finals. In the conference finals.
Oh my gosh, we're getting all sorts
My
of
bad,
discombobulated.
Who do I have them playing in the conference finals?
The Clippers.
The Clippers. Without a solidified point guard, I don't think the Lakers are going to be able to do what they want to do offensively against that Clippers team. You cannot rely on Avery Bradley and LeBron to take the ball up the court every possession. I think you need that solidified point guard. I think Drew Holiday would have been that perfect guy. So I think they pay the price in the conference finals. I think in the conference finals you see the reasons they should have made a trade at the trade deadline. So I'm passing, saying the third round, the conference finals.
Okay.
I'm basically throwing an alley-oop. So, I'm not shooting it, but I'm passing it to make a point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. All right. I mean, it is what it is, but hey.
Because if you think about who the Lakers will probably play in the second round, it's either going to be Utah or Denver, considering where they're at, where they are right now. And I think LeBron and Anthony Davis can just absolutely run Denver and Utah out of the building, despite whether they'd have a point guard or not.
Last but not least, I think this is probably the most controversial question.
I don't know.
The NBA is worse off, or there's a bigger disparity in the league now than when the Warriors ruined the league between the 2015 and 2017 season.
The NBA is worse off now?
Worse off now.
Pass.
Pass?
The NBA is way better right now.
Are you sure about that?
The NBA is so much better. I thoroughly enjoyed the NBA without the Warriors where they are.
We can talk about the disparity in the league right now. I have.
What's your
I have
problems
stats
with
to
the
back
league
it
right
up.
now? What's your problems with
There's
the
bigger
league?
disparities. There's so many worse teams now than there were. Let's look at the teams that are under 20 wins currently. We have two in the West, and 6 in the East. That is 8 teams under 20 wins at the All-Star break. If you look at the 2016 to 2017 season, teams under 20 wins, you have 3. The season before, the 2015 to 2016 season, you have 5. You look at teams with less than 30 wins, 2015-2016 season. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, hold on. Let's just. We have 8 teams. 8 teams that are over 30 wins at the All-Star break in the 2015-2016 season. (2016-2017 season). We have, what is that? 18 teams with less than 30 wins. We go to this year. Oh, this is a lot of math. I wasn't preparing to do all this math. (17 teams under 30 wins.
Here's my question. How does the Warriors' success impact the failures of all of these teams? Like, how does the Warriors not being there impact the fact that now all these teams are just horrendous?
These teams, what has happened is now all these teams, they are either really good or they're really bad. We don't have that middle ground anymore. That middle ground has now disappeared. And the Warriors aren't even a threat anymore.
Yeah. They're not a threat. And here's the thing. Let me ask you this. There is no middle ground, okay? But you have more teams that could potentially win an NBA championship. In those years, it was either the Warriors are going to win it, or hopefully LeBron can do whatever he can to win the championship, okay? And then you had all of these teams that were busting their butts every night, coming out, playing good, and then they had no chance of winning anything. Now you actually have teams with chances to win.
But there was less disparity in the league. I'm using big words for you guys. I hope you enjoy. There was more competitiveness in the league until you faced the Warriors.
There was more competitiveness until you faced the Warriors.
Yeah.
But there were still teams that were terrible, though. It didn't really matter.
Yeah,
it didn't really matter in the end.
There were still teams that were terrible, yes.
And now look at the East and the West. Now you have in the East you have you have 6 teams that are all pretty close. In the West you have 6 to 7 teams that are all really close, and all of those teams could potentially knock off one of the big teams in the playoffs.
But they all suck.
Who? I'm talking about the top teams in the conferences.
Okay, exactly. But that's my point. You have 4 teams at the top, and then you have 12, 11 teams at the bottom.
No, you don't. Because you have in the West, you have 1 through 6 that are in, and then you have competition between 7, 8, 9, and 10 in both conferences. And so, like, for instance, this year...
Yeah, because 7, 8, 9, and 10 all suck.
But they're still competing. And they've been like that for years.
Exactly. If it's been like that, then they're still competing.
In the Eastern Conference, there has been teams that have made the playoffs losing or winning less than 40 games. While the Warriors were in their dynasty years. There were teams in the East winning less than 40 games, making the playoffs.
What year? I
know the Charlotte Hornets did it. I know the Charlotte Hornets did it one year.
Well, it wasn't 2016, 2017. Let's check 2015, 2016.
Because you have to go 41-41 is a 500 record. There have been teams that have been worse than that.
The Hornets were 48-34 when they made it in 2015, 2016.
Wait, say that again?
There is no team in 2015 through 2017 that made the playoffs.
Go back through those lists. Go back through those lists.
This is conference standings 2015, 2016. Here's the number 8 team, 41-41. Number 8 team, 44-38. 2016, 2017. Number 8, 41-41. Number 8, 41-41.
Okay, go on. Go to the 2018-2019 or 2017-2018.
Those weren't the seasons in question. but 43-39, and then 47-35. Actually, that just proves my argument better.
Okay, it proved. Okay, my stats were wrong. That's my bad. But I still don't know how you can watch the NBA in those years and actually thoroughly enjoy a game, knowing that neither of the teams have a chance at winning an NBA championship. I actually now really enjoy watching like Celtics Sixers games.
Did you think
or
the
like
Cavs,
Jazz
Did you
Nuggets
think
games.
the Cavs had a chance against the Warriors when the Warriors went 73-9? No, no one did. But they still won it anyway.
No, I thought they had a chance because they had a guy named LeBron James on their team.
Oh my gosh, just stop.
They're the only team that had a chance though. Would you have enjoyed watching the Celtics beat you would have enjoyed watching the Celtics beat the Cavs. But then who in the world would have liked to watch the Celtics play the Warriors in the finals? No, the whole entire NBA season was pointless because you knew that Cleveland and Golden State was going to match up in the NBA finals. Now you don't have that. Now it's like the NBA of the early 2000s where anybody can make it. Anybody has a shot, except for those teams that are horrendous. I'm sorry that those teams are horrendous. Get better. There is no team that is a solidified NBA champion now. Get better. Don't just tank every year.
Then why was that not the situation 2015 through 2017? Why was it always, the Warriors have ruined the league? Get better. Quit complaining about the league. Just get better.
Teams tried, but they just couldn't because the Warriors were too loaded, and
the Warriors drafted their team. Warriors freaking
and then
drafted
they
their
added
team.
Kevin Durant.
So what? Get better. Offer him more money. Steph Curry, Klay
Not
Thompson,
every team
Draymond Green
has the money to be able
Harrison
to do what
Barnes
the
at that
Warriors
point.
did.
Draft well.
But
They
then
added one player. One player is who they added and then lost all the depth. They added one player and lost depth.
I'm done.
Why
with this
can't-
conversation.
No.
I'm done.
Why-
Okay.
Why can no other
To answer the
team
question-
can do that because they suck at drafting? That's why the league sucked between 2015 and 2017 because every other team sucked at drafting and the Warriors knew how to draft.
To answer your question, I'm
You did.
passing. I'm passing. The NBA is more fun now with the Warriors, not as the Warriors of the past. That is my answer.
That's
to
it.
that
Before we get too heated, that's it. That's it for Take the Shot. Take the Shot's over. Billy is ruined. Take the Shot. Just like the Warriors ruined the league.
They ruined the league for 3 years. I would have been perfectly fine with the Warriors after they won 2014, 2015. That year, it was everyone had a shot.
What did you want them to do? Did you want them to stop trying? Did you not want them to get better? At what point does a team say, all right, we're pretty good. Let's stop getting better? What did you want them
every
to
team
do?
can do.
Did you want them to not try to go for Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant's going into free agency.
I can't stop them from doing that. I can't stop them from doing that. But when they did it, it ruined the league. It just ruined the league because not everyone has what it takes to be able to put a team like that together.
And whose fault is that?
I guess everybody else's.
Exactly. There you go.
But they're here for us, and they're supposed to make the fans happy. And now the fans are more happier without the Warriors and without the Dynasty Warriors.
The players play to make the fans happy.
Isn't that what the NBA is here for?
That's not what the players are here for. The players are here to win.
They're when to make their money, but the NBA exists so that people can watch the NBA.
And that's why all these athletic leagues suck. And we need to have like backyard basketball become like the official sport. No commission, no commissioner, no governor, just players playing basketball.
I like that.
They should have a backyard draft before every single game.
I like that. The Warriors were in the league when they were here. Like the video, comment whether you agree with me or not. I almost feel like the whole video, I totally forgot this was even Take the Shot video. I honestly, in the middle of that debate, I honestly thought the video was, did the Warriors ruin the league? I don't even remember what the other questions are. But you know what the questions are if you go back and watch the video. Let us know what you think. Are you taking the shot? Are you passing? Like this video, subscribe to the channel, check us out on social media, check out the pod. We'll see you later. Get out of here.